Hello and welcome to Kentucky Brew Reviews. I'm Radar.
Special K, tonight we're doing Crown Royal Black.
We are.
This box is a little beat up. It's been on a road trip.
We took it fishing with us.
We did, and we didn't get to around to viewing it. So Crown Royal Black, it's got this fancy box.
It no longer has the fancy box.
I will say this is my favorite Crown Royal bag.
No one is saving the fancy box.
I really like the bag. Black bag.
Everyone saves the bags.
The black one's just classy. I mean, the purple's classic,
that is really
but this
nice.
is classy.
Yeah.
All right, so Crown Royal Black is apparently a blended Canadian whiskey. It's robust and full body. I don't know the difference, honestly.
I mean, all of their whiskeys are, well, no, wait. They do have, do they have a single barrel?
It's matured to perfection in charred oak barrels, blended at a higher proof. What's the difference. For a deep, full-bodied, and rich texture. Signature smoothness. This Crown can be a Crown Royal blended Canadian whiskey. Okay, that's weird. All right, so 45% alcohol by volume or 90 proof. I bought this. It's been on my
plastic.
I know it'll pop. I do these all the time with the screw cap. So see.
I believe you now.
Crown Royal Black has been on my radar for a long time, but it's been semi. You know, it's $35, $40 a bottle normally. I paid $25.99 for this bottle.
I was about to say, don't try and be fancy.
So
you overpaid just a little bit.
And you know how I do about the price matching thing. And I did this before the story I told you before they started checking what state that was in. So I did, in fact, get this for $25.99. So color, it's much darker than typical Crown. Much darker.
Yep. A whole lot darker than the Crown flavor variants.
It's definitely a different smell than regular Crown too. It's a little bit hot.
That's not what I expect at all for Canadian whiskey to smell like.
A little bit hot. It's a little bit more woody than a typical Crown.
Still kind of sweet.
Regular Crown is kind of mild.
Mm-hmm.
It's smooth. It's got a kind of like an easygoing woodiness. It's not too woody, but it is a blend. Keep in mind, this is still a blend. This is just supposed to be a more concentrated, stronger version of that. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I used to like regular Crown a lot. I'm not going to say I don't like it. It's still a really good mixer.
I still like regular Crown.
Still a good mixer. Their flavors are solid. So let's go ahead and take a taste. Again, I would say it's darker than most bourbons.
It is pretty dark. Wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as dark as the Perles up there, but it's definitely darker than a lot of them. That's darker than that. Yeah.
There you go. And that's a wider bottle, too.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not, it's very, it's called black, though. But it's not, the Perles is pretty dark, though. So I'm saying it's not as dark as Perles, but Perles is also an $80 bottle of
Perles
bourbon.
is a very fancy bottle of bourbon.
So, all right, let's take this.
I think it's got lots of like spice in it. Feel kind of spicy to you?
It still reminds me of regular Crown. It's just a little bit more woody. I would say it's kind of hot, but I'm not going to say it's any hotter than a typical Crown.
You know what this tastes like? This tastes like one of those jars of alcohol we had. This started out clear. And then we put the cubes of the Hungarian oak cubes. This tastes like something that's been aged on the Hungarian oak cubes.
Yeah, it's aged probably in charred oak, but so they're trying to say it's sort of bourbony, but not bourbony.
They did make a bourbon mash.
Yeah, they did
at one point.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, we've got a bottle of the bourbon mash.
That one was okay. I like this one all right. Do I like it better than regular Crown? It's. For all the talking points it has on the back, I don't see it's that much different than regular Crown. This may dictate head-to-head at some point, but it had to be blind because this is a very different color.
Oh.
It's a tad, like I said, it's a tad more woody, but I think you'd only notice it if you're really looking for it, like we are.
That's fair.
The sweetness, I feel like it's about the same.
It's got a sharp flavor in it there that you
I agree.
You don't get out of regular Crown though.
I think it's probably the tannin.
Probably some tannins in it. I don't hate it though. Like that sharp
bad.
flavor, I think adds something to it. Honestly,
$26 for a blended Canadian whiskey is reasonable. I feel like Crown sometimes gets overpriced, especially on their flavors.
They really do. It's not even something I feel. It's just something that is.
$26. I'm cool. I'm not mad at this for $26.
Yeah, no, I think I would add that to my bar.
I mean, it's no high in bourbon, or it's no mid to high in bourbon, but also it doesn't come anywhere near the price range of that.
Before you add that, do that. Give that a smell and marvel at how it turns into nothing.
It does turn into nothing.
There's no scent anymore.
Normally with a bourbon or a lot of strong whiskeys, you do that and it brings out some effervescence of woodiness and so on and so forth.
Anything that's not super volatile, like alcohol and the tannins and stuff, will just like boil away because it's an alcohol base,
so it's going to evaporate.
And you'll be left with like the bready, like sort of doughy smell that's left.
The mash.
Yeah, the mash, and there's no smell left at all. That was a little bit weird.
So I'm going to go ahead and rate this straight. I think I paid. We got this for a good price.
We got a very decent price on that.
But most people are going to pay around $30 for this bottle. I can't. I just get regular Crown. It's not bad.
No, I think you're right though.
It's not bad. Like if you can get it for $26, get it.
I would have this in my bar if I could get it for $26.
Right.
$26. The thing is, you've gone to the liquor store too many times and you've price matched with like prices out of Nevada, and now they're too intelligent. They've figured out that's what you're doing, and now they check that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we can't do that anymore.
Well, they don't specifically say locally. They just say
that
price
is true.
match.
On the ad, they say they price match. They don't say what state they price match with.
They said Total Wine's local. They just happen to have locations in about 40 other states.
This is very true.
So, that being said, I think I'm still going to rate this. I think it's 7. I mean, it's good. It's not regular Crown. I mean, regular Crown is just it's better than slightly. It's not that much different than regular Crown. I'm just going to say that.
It's like regular Crown plus.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit more hard than regular Crown.
Yeah, it's good. It's just not great. It just get regular Crown over this. 7 is a good score. Like if you already have this or you really want to try it, it's just.
Get regular Crown and add a little bit of black food coloring to it. I said it. I know what I said.
Cut a piece of bourbon barrel and stick it in there.
There you go. Add some charred cubes into it.
So we have. You want to go ahead and give a number on that one?
I will also give it. Actually, I'll give it a 7.5. I think it is. Well, the price you got it for was sort of unfair, but I think the price MSRP is still not bad.
I think you got to say around $30, is it? Yeah, but for $30, I can get so many better bourbon.
There's a lot of bourbon on sale for $30. That's very true.
Yeah, and also regular Crown's like $24 a bottle normally, so I can also get regular Crown. So it's like.
See, the thing is, there's a lot of people that have bars that are centered around Crown. Like the Canadian whiskey is a very common thing to center your bar around.
That was fine 20 years ago. That was the thing.
I think it's still viable now. I really do.
20 years now it's bourbon. 20 years ago it was Crown.
Right, no, I think actually it's about to switch from bourbon back to regular whiskey.
I don't think so.
Or it might walk into Scotch.
I think bourbon's here to stay. I think Scotch never left. I think it's always had that. It's never been quite as popular as like bourbon or like the blended whiskey's got at some point. But I think Scotch has always it's been steady. You know, I think
the smoke from Scotch is going to be the next thing. Like people are going to be looking less for the major corn mashes, and they're going to be like, man, what is smoky?
Yeah. So one thing regular Crown does really well is it mixes it's a killer mixer with Coke. Like Crown and Coke.
Yes, it is.
It's great. I mean, you can't go better. We're doing Pepsi, but it's fine.
Pepsi? Crown and Coke is too mainstream. We have to not float the mainstream.
So one thing, after we mix it, a lot woodier on the nose. It doesn't smell like normal Crown and Coke, I'll say that.
It doesn't smell alcoholic at all. And I added just a tiny bit of...
I did 50-50.
...of Pepsi to it. I wanted to call it Coke so bad.
That's good.
It's still got that sharp flavor to it.
A little bit.
Like the tannin sort of zang to it.
Yeah, but that's good. I mean, that's as good as regular Crown and Coke. Or Pepsi or whatever you want to do.
Crown and Pepsi?
Yeah, that's I'm going to go with an 8 as a mixer. It's a way better mixer.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think I would drink this straight. And I'll give it like an 8 as a mixer. It's just, no one drinks Crown straight. Well, no one that I've met drinks Crown straight.
Whenever, at least growing up, when my family drank Crown, or when I saw people drink Crown, they would either mix it with Coke, or they would take a shot and then chase it with Coke. That's just what you did.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you did with Crown. Crown's good, but I mean, it's not a sipper. I mean, Crown's never been a sipper. It's a blend. You don't really sip too many blends out there.
I mean, I'll sip blends.
I think they made this to be like, this could be the sipper. I don't think it's quite there. Not quite there.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
a
a little bit too sharp to be a sipper.
It's good, just not quite there for a sipper. Now, recommendations, as far as recommendations go, if you get it cheap, you get it under $30 a bottle, it's fine. Get it if you're curious, if you're a Crown fan. But like I said, it's not hugely different from traditional Crown.
Where'd the bag go?
In your anus. It's somewhere down there. And
the bag is black.
Everything is black underneath
the
there.
The thing is, the bag is black. So if you're one of those people that uses Crown Royal bags as dice bags, because everyone does, everybody who has played any kind of tabletop game has a bag full of dice, and that bag is a Crown Royal bottle.
Look, you're paying the $5 or $6. It's a $20 bottle of whiskey. You're paying the $5 or $6 for the bag. This is what it is.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the box. It comes in a bag and a box.
The box is very fancy. The box is very fancy, and no one keeps the box. No one is going to hold on to a Crown Royal box for 20 years.
So if you think about it, Crown Royal, the bags are kind of genius, because as far as shipping goes, you don't have to have dividers. You can put it in the bag. It's a good presentation, and also, like, once it's in the box, that bag's going to protect it. I use Crown Royal bags on the show frequently to protect our light bulbs. Because they fit a 750 ml Crown Royal bag fits our giant studio light bulbs perfect, and they work great for that. But there's plenty of
That's very true.
Yeah.
I use them for dice.
So if you're curious, try it, but it's not that much different than regular Crown, so you're not missing
Very
much
true.
there. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just,
if you can get a hold of it at a bar, maybe get a double.
Yeah, or
just try
a shot bottle if they have those around.
Or a shot bottle. That's true. They do make little tiny Crown Royal shot bottles.
I think they might make it in pints and half pints. I don't know, but I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, just get regular Crown Royal.
Sure. All right, well, that has been our episode. If there's something you'd like to see on the channel, you can leave a comment right there. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm Special K.
I'm Radar.
Thanks for watching.